And behold, one of the rulers of the synagogue came to Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet and begged him earnestly, saying, my little daughter lies at the point of death. So here goes another miracle. Jesus is going to, another miracle. If you're about miracles, hey, Book of Mark is where you want to read. You want to read the Book of Mark because we just went from one miracle to another. We're going right here. So Jesus went with him and a great multitude followed him. While he was still speaking, some came from the ruler of the synagogue's house who said, your daughter is dead. Why trouble the teacher any further? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he said to the ruler of the synagogue, do not be afraid, only believe. So remember, he's trying to get to this person's house to heal his daughter. Well, right. Jesus gets there and they're like, why are you here? Like, she's about to die. Like, there's nothing that can be done, you know? And Jesus just, do not be afraid, only believe. That's what Jesus tells them. All right. So Jesus is about to perform another miracle here. Then he came into the house of the ruler of the synagogue and saw a tumult and those who wept and wailed loudly. All right. So he goes into his house and there's people crying, and the Pharisees, they pretty much gave up on this little girl. When he came in, he said to them, why make this commotion and weep? The child is not dead, but sleeping. All right. So the little girl's, he's saying that she's not dead. She's sleeping. When they see like, hey, she's dead. Like, she died. We came here too late. Like, and Jesus comes here and he says, why make this commotion and weep? The child is not dead, but sleeping. All right. So in Jesus' mind, like, hey, she's just sleeping. Like, he's about to bring her back to life here. And they ridiculed him. But when he had put them all outside, he took the father and the mother of the child who were with him and entered where the child was laying. Then he took the child by the hand and said to her, Talitha cumi, which is translated, little girl, I say to you, arise. So Jesus brought the little girl back from the dead. All right. That is huge. So it's not just Lazarus. Hey, this little girl. All right. He says, Talitha cumi, which translates, little girl, I say to you, arise. Immediately the girl arose and walked, for she was 12 years of age, and they were overcome with great amazement. So this little 12-year-old girl, like, she came back to life. Jesus commanded her to come back to life, and she came back to life. And everybody was in amazement. But he commanded them strictly that no one should know it. And he said that something should be given to her to eat. So, like, hey, make sure she eats. That is huge. And Jesus told them, like, hey, make sure, don't tell nobody. People are just going to see. So he's sending people, hey, don't go around telling people what I just did. But yet just, like, show them and they'll see. And then with that, they'll have faith. They'll grow in faith. All right. So that's what Jesus is saying right now. He's not, like, super public yet. He hasn't put himself completely out there. He's not going to do that until he rides on a donkey in Jerusalem. But yet he's doing all these miracles and the word is spreading. Like, hey, Jesus is healing. Jesus is doing this. All right. He's done this for this person, that person. Like, the testimony is just continuing. All right. So he's not going to go super public until he rides on a donkey into Jerusalem. All right.